Arenas has been arrested and is now facing federal charges for allegedly running an illegal gambling ring out of his San Fernando Valley home.
Arenas, along with several others, were arrested today. One of them, a suspected high-level member of an Israeli organized crime group. Arenas has already made his first court appearance, facing a judge this afternoon in downtown L.A. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade live in Encino with more. Mary Beth.
Yeah, and Mike and Sherry, as the hours wear on, I'm getting to read these court documents a little bit further. And so it appears that the illegal gaming up here at this Encino mansion began back in September 2021 and then came to a screeching halt the night of July 19th, 2022. That's when the feds raided this Encino mansion. And at the time, there were 26 high-stakes poker players inside, as well as a lot of staff that were made up of young women, chefs, valets, and security guards.
You're asking valets is a word for hooker.
Earned podcaster Gilbert Arenas was allegedly running illegal high-stakes poker games out of his Encino mansion. Arenas, who the feds dubbed Agent Zero, and 7 others, including a suspected Israeli international crime boss and a West Hollywood lawyer, have been charged in a federal indictment. The former Washington Wizards player is accused of renting out his Encino mansion on Gable Drive for the illegal games, which were allegedly hosted by his co-conspirators. According to court documents, Arenas texted one of his co-conspirators this picture of a poker table in connection to the games, which allegedly took place from September 2021 to July 2022. A neighbor recalls seeing unusual activity and scantily clad women during that time frame.
Well, just mostly people coming out at all hours of the night. Usually I'd see women, though, coming out. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning and taking off with whomever in a car down the street.
The alleged Israeli crime boss, Yevgeny Gershman, is accused of hiring young women who, in exchange for tips, served drinks, provided massages, and offered companionship to the poker players. The women were charged a tax, a percentage of their earnings from working the games.
The more people you have who are willing to engage in stuff that's illegal or high risk puts us all in certain situations that we don't want to be in.
Arenas and several of his co-defendants have been charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business and 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business. Arenas was also charged with 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. Yeah, he apparently told investigators that he didn't know what was going on up here at his Encino mansion. And we have learned that the mansion was sold a few years ago and now operates as a drug and alcohol rehab facility. For now.
Whoa.
Give me your first thoughts on this shit while I find the second part to it.
Yeah, for sure. Just this is kind of like, it's kind of just as annoying me. Like, why do they say former Wizards player? They could have went to any of the better teams he was on. You know what I mean? But anyways, like, damn, I didn't know he's in there with the Jewish mob. I don't know if he can just get the telling his way out of this one too, because 90% of the time, and this is the D's here. This is the D's. He's not. Are you gonna tell on the mob?
Israeli, what they say, Israeli crime shit. I forgot exactly
they're
what they
saying. Everything that describes mafia without using the word mafia, because that's they will never use that word in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't acknowledge that still exists.
Yeah, because they spent so much time trying to bury the mob and with the Rico and all this.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Like, so they're not. But this is mafia shit. You know what I mean? San Jose, you got all kind of mobs, mafias. San Francisco, you got the Asian mafias. All that shit still exists. Everything, the cartels. I mean, that's mafia in every sense of the word. But they do cartel shit. You know what I mean? Well, because cartel shit with narcotics. A majority of the mob was like against that. The original 5 families, Italian shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most of them were against it.
Come on now.
Not all of them. You know what I mean?
But
this is okay. What else? I still have a couple more thoughts here because I'm like, the posted it. It was so stupid. Why would you? why would you post it? And then why have the same frequent location? Move that thing around. Like you have this the nosy neighbors already. You know what I mean? Like,
damn. I mean, you can't have poker night though. That's my only thing. It's like, look, man, ain't nothing. Well, so I ain't gonna say that. But man, you can't have poker night.
It's all the extracurricular.
Like what? The massages and the bars and the drinks trying to make you comfortable.
Here's the thing, though, it's like if they can get some of them to start singing that, yeah, we was in that thing, slanging the puss. You know what I mean? S trafficking now. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're gonna try. You know how the D's is. They move in when they have you on hella shit, so they could throw a bunch at the board.
No, them is facts because it said that they raided the house in 2022. This 3 years later, they come in to arrest Brett. You feel me?
Oh, that happened in 2022?
Yeah.
Oh shit! And now they fucking finally came and got. Oh, okay.
Like you just said, once they got all they need, they gonna come get you.
Those are the clips that I saw where it shows all of them running up in his house, and then what was Pete, a Swaggy P? I saw his video.
Yeah, he's a cold motherfucker. He said, just go ahead and let me run the podcast. Matter of fact, we're going to name it
Swaggy Arena.
Oh, my mama.
He said, listen, we can still have your name on the sign, but listen, you got, hey, look, he did it. Whatever they said he did it. I was like,
yeah. Bro. Yeah, Gil is on there right now talking shit about Kwame Brown.
Gil's response.
Oh, my mama.
Do we got those?
Nah, I didn't go down too far with that, but I went a little bit down further into the story in general. So we're gonna pull up that second. It's 3 parts, matter of fact, 100%.
Okay, here we go, part 2.
We got my dog Fred in the building. What's up, Fred?
What's up, Fred?
Oh my mama, that's a Niner ganger right there, man. On my mama.
Hey, man, we in the building.
100%, man. And I'm in the league with Fred. On my mama, man.
That always reminds me of that Corrupt song. What's up, Fred?
Oh, my mama.
Calling out names.
Come on now. Check the second part right here, bro.
And we begin at 6 tonight with high-end illegal poker games under investigation in Los Angeles. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. A federal indictment unsealed just today accuses former NBA All-Star Gilbert Arenas and 7 others of running an underground poker game at Arenas' home in Encino. Now, he pleaded not guilty in court today and was granted bond. Tonight, NBC4 investigates that alleged gambling ring may have a connection to the unsolved disappearance and death of a woman from West LA.
Oh, no.
2021, and detectives working that case also took part in some of the investigation into the gambling case unsealed today.
Our investigative reporter Eric Leonard joins us live now with more information.
Well, we've learned from some of our law enforcement sources familiar with the Heidi Plank case that investigators examining her disappearance were present in early 2022 when federal agents served search warrants at a home in Sherman Oaks. That house is part of the case that led to the indictments today of 8 people, including former NBA player Gilbert Arenas, who federal prosecutors have accused of taking part in running an illegal gambling operation. This is video from News Chopper 4 of federal agents serving a search warrant in 2022 at a home on Chandler Boulevard in Sherman Oaks. A copy of that warrant that we've obtained shows agents suspected the home was being used to host illegal gambling events that were an organized crime ring running secret poker rooms all over L.A. And this is that same house days later on fire in what several law enforcement sources say they believe was an arson designed to destroy potential evidence. That search on Chandler, court papers say, led to the search of Gilbert Arenas' home in Encino that the indictment unsealed this week says was being used around the same time to host underground gambling events. And the law enforcement sources told NBC4 they believed there was a possible connection between this gambling ring and Heidi Plank's disappearance. They told us associates of the same organized crime group that's the subject of the indictment today were also linked to an illegal gambling room running inside an apartment at a high-rise building in downtown L.A. There's no indication Arenas or anyone named in the case today was involved in the downtown poker room. but that building is where Plank was last seen and where her dog was found wandering on an upper floor. The sources told us evidence found at the Chandler search helped build the gambling case charged this week, but it did not help explain Plank's disappearance. She attended her son's football game in Downey that day, left at halftime, and was later recorded by security cameras near the apartment building downtown. Her car was found a week later, parked in a different building's garage. The LAPD said it found forensic evidence at that first apartment building that suggested she died in some kind of incident, and in turn, that led to the Chiquita Canyon landfill, where detectives spent days unsuccessfully searching for her remains.
Plank's body was never found, and a judge declared her dead in 2023. Her family and friends continue to try to find answers. They even put up billboards a couple of years ago begging the public for information on the case. Now, our contacts tell us they think Plank may have met up with someone who was either a participant in this illegal gambling room in that building, or she, in fact, went into the room herself. And that's part of why detectives have told us they've had so much difficulty getting potential witnesses to cooperate. Plank's disappearance is unsolved. No one has been arrested in that case. No suspects have been named by police. I'm investigative reporter Eric Leonard, NBC4 News.
Damn, and the plot thickens for real. So this is why it's Fed shit. Not only because it's connecting with some high level Israeli crime bosses, but like now we're talking transnational, international, right? Because we got transnational, right? That was in Chandler, right? That's Arizona.
I think everything was in LA.
Okay, because he said that house that burnt out. I thought he said it was in Chandler. Okay. Because then I'm just saying, either way, the feds is on this shit. This is crazy, bro.
No, 100%. And still ain't even found her.
Yeah, and then like that case is what led them to get in, tying all these pieces together.
Yeah, because she went missing in 2021. They started hitting they shit in 2022. 100%.
And they burned down one of the houses allegedly.
Right.
And then but they still got this other high-rise joint in LA. You're right, it was in LA. So now they got this other high-rise joint in LA. They find all kind of evidence there that she was there. The dog was there. She was there.
Man, the dog was found wandering around that motherfucker, and they got her on camera walking the dog in the area. Found her car, Range Rover, I think it was. 100%, man. Like, I got one more story though about this shit. This shit's so cold, bro. So, let me put this shit on right here. Give me 2 seconds.
Damn, that shit crazy.
Oh, world, bro.
I thought he was just doing some gambling shit. I didn't know this.
But he say he don't know nothing about shit. He already been talking lightweight, talking about the situation in so many words.
Yeah, I saw he was like ranting, but he was like he was kind of making a joke out of it, so to speak. But
right,
then,
he was really 100%.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, this is real serious now. That video kind of. He's kind of slick for that video. It's like, listen, I'm really dumb. I don't know nothing. Y'all was tripping.
Come on now.
Remember, he's like, I'm free.
Here go when they started talking about Lil Baby. May she rest in peace too, and condolences to her family. Look.
Say they'll never stop searching for a mid-city mother who vanished 1 year ago today. Heidi Plank never made it home after leaving her son's football game. Her disappearance then set off a massive search throughout the city and sprawling landfill.
The 39-year-old was last seen in downtown LA. That's where KTLA's Mary Beth McDade joins us live. MB.
Hi there, Micah and Cord. Yes, missing mom Heidi Plank. You can see behind me here, there are still candles and a plant and a poster right in front of the building where sources say she was last seen and caught on security tape entering this building here. It's called Hope and Flower. However, she was never seen leaving the building. Now, a year ago, since her disappearance, her family and friends say they have still not given up hope that they will learn the mystery surrounding her disappearance. It's been a year since this missing mom mysteriously vanished. Heidi Plank was seen on video October 17th, 2021, leaving her mid-city home with her dog to go watch her 11-year-old son's flag football game. Then, after leaving the game early, she was captured on camera walking her dog near the Hope and Flower building in downtown LA. Her dog was later found wandering on the 29th floor of that high rise, but Heidi nowhere to be found.
I'm struggling with an 11-year-old boy that wants to know what happened to his mom.
Heidi's ex-husband and father of their son, Jim Wayne, says it's been hard on he and his son not knowing what happened.
It's got to be stuff on his mind that he wants to know every day. He's got questions.
Heidi's friends had 4 billboards put up near the Hope and Flower building, marking the 1-year anniversary since she went missing.
I think most importantly, she was just one of the most loving, giving people I've ever known.
They wonder how long the people who know what happened to the missing mom can keep it a secret.
I have to wonder if it's eating them up inside.
Police believe Plank is dead and did search a Castaic landfill for her body last November.
Forensic evidence was located inside the building, which led detectives to believe that an incident occurred resulting in Plank's death.
Plank's ex-husband still believes that Plank's disappearance has to do with her ex-boss at Camden Capital Partners, Jason Sugarman. Sugarman is facing federal charges for allegedly swindling $43 million in pension funds from a tribal nation. Here's video of Sugarman leaving donuts on Plank's doorstep a day or two after she vanished.
I haven't changed my mind. I really haven't changed my mind at all.
Wayne says he talks to police often, and they assure him they are actively working this case.
It's 1 year, and we got to keep this thing alive to find out what happened.
And I just speak with the LAPD tonight, and they tell me that robbery homicide detectives are still investigating this case, and they're asking that anyone who knows anything about it to please come forward.
Damn, and that was a couple years ago now.
Cold world, bro.
What was this?
Where else did you say some of them other poker games was taking place at?
It said something about Chandler.
No, I'm talking about the high rise. Remember you said something about
in LA. They said they had a high rise apartment in LA, and that's where she was seen on the floor.
That's where the games used to be at.
Yeah. And then, like, also the other location, apparently, because, okay, so now the Swaggy P shit I saw, right? Because he was talking about he just got out because he was there when they raided the house and went and grabbed him up. You know what I mean? But what was crazy about it is, like, I'm like, oh, shit, this is like, so now I didn't know it was this fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's a whole lot deeper. Now, and you see in that last one, where the ex-husband suspects her boss because the boss did some weird shit. You know what I mean? 100%. But also,
and there's motive right there because she could, if she knew about what 43 million ain't nothing to sneeze at. He probably been doing that over time too.
Right. But the thing is though, like, right. So was he in the poker game? Was he in the poker game?
Oh,
you got to understand, this goes back to the poker shit. All this ties into, they're trying to allege that all this ties in 100%.
I mean, they'll be able to, unless they're just always smart and never have their cell phones or anything. Cause like they're going to be able to, backtrack some of their whereabouts, especially if Brett, well, you said that was her boss. Wow. This is okay.
So that was at the end of what we just watched. So when she first came up missing, and may she rest in peace and, condolences to her family, her husband suspected the boss had something to do with it, right? But this is when it happened. You feel me? Now, fast forward to a year later of the anniversary, that's 2022, when they start hitting the poker games and trying to piece shit together. Now, was the boss part of the poker games, or she just happened to fall into the poker games, somehow, some other way? You know what I mean? Cold world.
Yeah. Because, like, what is she doing in that high-rise apartment? She doesn't live there. Right? She has her dog.
Come on now.
So, and she had been seen she leaves the football game with her son. She's probably was fucking with the boss.
Bro, 100%. You know, it ain't no telling what she was doing. You know, she could have been working the game. You know, it ain't no telling. Never know, bro. 100%. And they seen her coming up in the building, found the dog in the building, found DNA of her being in the building, but ain't seen her come out. Cold world, bro.
That is
somehow, some way, it tied back to the fucking poker shit.
She ain't never been seen, came out, bro.
And they ain't found her yet, bro.
They need to just look at all the footage and see anyone who was leaving with like a bag on, like a fucking, you know, luggage or some shit for real.
Bro.
I mean, and the fact that like, okay, well, when it comes to like missing people, it's like 3 days, right? Before you could even report it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, within them 3 days, you know what I mean? They could have already got rid of everything as much as possible. And then like, it finally gets to the point where they get to where like, oh, okay, well, here's this foot. Now we need to seize court-ordered fucking footage. And then they look at she was here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then they go, well, when they find some DNA evidence that shows that proves that she was there. And they never seen her leave though. That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit is
crazy.
It
takes the process of it all gives them enough time to properly, you know, try to cover their tracks. You dig?
3 years, dog. 3 years. No, so 4 years really, because I heard her. I think it said 2021 that you know they reported
she
her
was missing. Then this report, the last report we watched is from 22. And then now we're in 25, obviously, and then now we have the Gilbert Arenas shit and all that shit, and the poker games and the Israeli crime syndicate, and yeah, this is it's like a movie,
bro. It's in LA. It's a movie script, and I ain't laughing at the situation, but you know what I mean.
That's a movie. There was a movie. You know how we see all the mob movies, right? So it was Italian mafia shit. They had a timepiece one, and it was the dude. So it was about a Jewish mob boss in LA, early, like back in the 20s or whatever, 30s or whatever it was. But but he was also like a boxer in real life. Like it was based on true story. But yeah, but it's like, you know what I mean? Because this is where when you look at Pulp Fiction, that was kind of a mashup version of like the LA mob, but you know, he had a black guy as the head of the mob, right? But you know, that was his rendition of like how the Jewish mafia operates out there. You know what I mean?
Is that right?
Yeah. But he remixed it in his own, you know, it's based on nothing true. You know what I mean? It's a completely Pulp Fiction, pun intended. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
But like, he was like, listen, growing up in LA, people don't talk about the LA mob as much. But of course, he don't want to piss off the Jewish people. The Jewish people.
That's just like
so he did. He put a black guy in there, and you know what I mean. But he kind of, you know, and that was the Vin Rames character.
I want to say Edward James almost made the Rellies down south mad because of the movie that he did. He wasn't supposed to do that movie.
What, the D Django?
Nah, the motherfucking nah. Am I saying almost? Edward James, the old school Mexican movie, the gang movie.
Yeah,
he made the Rellies down south mad. The whatever mafia down south, the SA Rellies. Remember, he wasn't supposed to release because he went and got information from certain people, and they wasn't supposed to give him that information to put out there. I forgot the name of the movie.
Hey, fools died behind that shit.
Yeah,
I think it's The American Me.
Yep, there it is. There, Peacock said the same shit too. On my mama, cold world, bro. Like he got in trouble for that shit. 100%, bro. That's some cold shit.
Behind that shit.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't play about that shit, dog. On my mama. Okay, but yeah. Peacock said Bernie Mac on the clock in the 32.
Okay, y'all.